philsgang.com. If you want to invest your money and grow your wealth, listen to this.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You know, I get so tired of listening to the same garbage every day, listening to the fake business news network telling you why you should buy this stock, why you should buy, and they're always wrong. Join my gang, philsgang.com, free for 10 days. You're going to learn when to buy a stock and when not to buy a stock. Hey, years ago it was different. You could buy a stock based on fundamentals. You could buy a stock based on earnings. You could buy a stock based on PE ratios. Those days are gone. That ended with QE. That ended when they financially engineered the market in 2008. Gone. Now you got to follow the money. And we have the knowledge because we have the chart. Pro 2 color-coded chart tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to run like hell.
For a limited time, you can join Phil's Gang free for 10 days.
Check it out, philsgang.com. Get the truth, get the knowledge, and understand how the market really works.
These are volatile times in the stock market.
Market's up 200, then it's up 800, it's up 700.
How do you get the facts when investing?
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. If you're confused about the stock market, get unconfused. Go to my site, philsgang.com, and listen to my radio show every weekday at 3 Eastern. What is the market going to do? We know exactly what the market's going to do.
Phil's got the answers at philsgang.com.
There's no need for you to be losing money.
Check it out, philsgang.com.
What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day?
That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026. Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You know, over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. You know, I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. And the Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day?
That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026. Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
I believe that every single human being with a laptop computer and an internet connection should be required to give trading at least a shot.
Following Bill, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life.
I believe that every educated individual on planet Earth.
I would recommend Bill's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents.
Should do this. It's not for every single human being on Earth. I know this. But it's one of those things that you should try, because if you happen to get it right, if you happen to be one of the ones that this is for.
Follow the money. Follow Phil Grandy.
Oh my God.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. That's right, philsgang.com. Join my gang for 10 days. It's free.
What's in front of you is a life of incredible joy, freedom, and independence.
philsgang.com.
The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
The consumer has held up remarkably well.
Yeah, they've held up remarkably well. Yeah, right. That's why homelessness is starting to hit record numbers. That's right. But before we begin, I really got grumpy when I heard this today. Listen to this.
Are taking blame for inflation? No.
Why not?
Because it was already there when I got here, man. Remember what the economy was like when I got here? Jobs were hemorrhaging. Inflation was rising. We weren't manufacturing a damn thing here. We were in real economic difficulty. That's why I don't.
Lie, lie, lie. Lie, 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 lie.
And boy, is that a lie. Can you imagine coming out and saying something like that when the facts are right in front of us? But he doesn't care. He just thinks his base is just going to listen to him. They love him. It's Uncle Joe. He can do what he wants. He's above, the law. Him and his son, they can do whatever they want. But here's the real facts. When Trump handed him the keys to the Oval Office, he left Biden a 6% GDP growth. He left Biden, inflation of 1.4. So let's think about this. So he's telling everybody how bad the economy was when he took it over, when it wasn't. So let's look at the numbers. GDP, Trump, 6%. Biden, 2%. He destroyed it to 2%. Imagine that. And then take inflation. Trump, 1.4% when he gave the keys to the Oval Office to Biden. Under Biden, we went from 1.4% to 9%. Today is at 4.8%, which is a hell of a long way from 2%. And when most people hear 2%, 4%, oh, that's not much. We can do that overnight. No. You'll never see 2% in your lifetime. 2% is if, like I said yesterday, if you're going to build a bridge a mile long, and you're the contractor, and you miss by a half a mile, it's the same thing. That's to get from where we are now, let's say, to 2% is nearly, it's so impossible. It's so hard to do. But just again, think about this. GDP, 6%, Trump. GDP, Biden, 2%. Inflation, Trump, just 1.4%. Inflation, we'll use today, near 5%, 4.8. Trump kept unemployment rates at a 50-year low at 3.5%. Biden, unemployment, 3.6%. Paychecks, when he took over the Oval Office, paychecks were growing faster than inflation under Trump. When he stepped into the Oval Office, Biden, the average workly earnings were 8.7% under Trump. That's incredible. But Biden's own Bureau of Labor Statistics says Biden's real average hourly earnings have fallen by 3.16%. Not increased the 0.6% that Biden says. Fallen by 3.16%. Trump, when he handed him the keys, was up 8.7%. I mean, these numbers are, for this man to come on and create this false narrative, this fake narrative. And as I said yesterday, he decided, well, I'm going to make it true. I'm just going to, implode this whole economy by undoing our oil independence. We'll tie everybody right back to OPEC, Russia, Venezuela, Iran. Oil will skyrocket. I'll teach Trump a lesson. And the people will believe me. They believe anything I say. My base will believe anything I say. And that's what he does. Now, Biden, let's think about Biden for a second. This is just crazy. Biden, after 2 years, the economy has worsened. After 2 years, just 2 years. Even with $7 trillion in stimulus money. Think about this. Our economic growth dropped from 6% to 2% under Biden. Our inflation went from 1.4% up to 9%. Today it's 4.8% under Biden. Trump kept unemployment at a 50-year low at 3.5%, and Biden unemployment was 3.6%. Paychecks were growing faster under Trump, and the BLS admits that. But now, the reason why I repeated that is because Biden had $7 trillion of stimulus. And he still couldn't create an economy. He still couldn't grow an economy, even throwing $7 trillion in stimulus at it. What are you, nuts? Then he talks about his 13 million jobs.
More than 13 million jobs created since I took office.
That's all a lie. His own BLS will tell you the same thing. He's not telling the truth. 77% or 10 million of those 13 million jobs. Remember what happened. When the pandemic came, you had to tell people to go home. They had to leave their job. And then when the pandemic subsided, they came back to work. So 77% or 10 million of the 13 million jobs that he's talking about were already reinstated under Trump before Biden was even sworn in. He still didn't tell the truth. Think about that. So he only was credited under the BLS, 3 million jobs. So he's taking credit. He's taking credit for the 10 million jobs that people went back to work under Trump. He wasn't even president yet. What are you, nuts? So here we are. Yesterday, people were celebrating that the CPI in May was at 5.3%, and now it's only 4.8%. Wow! Everybody was celebrating. But think about this while they're celebrating. What they didn't show you in the numbers, and what they masked, car insurance rates soared 17% year over year. Year over year. They didn't show you that number. That's buried. They didn't show you that number. So here they were celebrating that, boy, inflation's coming down. Look at this. Prices are coming down. This is going to be a great thing. We're on our way. No more rate hikes. Just the opposite. As I said to you yesterday. Just the opposite. Rates are going to go up. The consequences are terrible when you have deflation. Consequences are horrible. Interest rates go up. There's no demand. Consumer confidence down. People aren't buying stuff. People get laid off. So what were they celebrating yesterday? And remember, the market went up 350 points, and then by the end of the day, it dropped 285 of those 350 points. Because someone started to think, wait a minute, maybe this is not good news. So how do you trade this market? I'll tell you when I get back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
When the stock market is up one day and down the next, you need experienced advice from a pro.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. I know you're sitting there watching the stock market. You're going, what? Is this nuts? Market goes up 700 points. Next day goes up 800 points. Then the market goes back down. Then it goes back up. What that is volatility.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently?
But you got to anticipate what's going to happen with the market. And that's what we give you. Information so you can anticipate in advance what the market's going to do, so you know what stocks to buy, you know what stocks to short. It's all about having good information and anticipation. You got to anticipate. The one thing you can't do is rely on your brokers. Listen.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
What are you, nuts? Partners and shareholders? You're not included.
Check out the free 10-day trial and follow Phil to investing success. Learn more at philsgang.com. philsgang.com. When making wise investment decisions, Phil Grandy has some sound reasons you should join Phil's Gang.
You know, when I started this, they asked me, okay, can you explain to people why they should join the gang? Gee, I thought about that. And I guess to make money. But more than that, to get good direction on which way the economy's really going. We get so much crap, so many lies, how great the economy is and how great the tech business is, and when it's not. The problem is we have too many people in Washington and in this industry that just don't tell the truth. The truth is everything. And here at Phil's Gang, we stick with the facts. We tell the truth. We make sure our members, are getting the best information, and our listeners, like you. We make that information available to you and make it simple and understandable.
Good investing means understanding how the stock market works. Join today at philsgang.com. Want good investing advice from someone you can trust? Listen to Phil Grandy.
With what's going on today in the economy, especially the stock market, it gets really complicated, but it doesn't have to be. My job is to make it simple, to get through the fog. And I think I do that, and I think I do a pretty good job of that, especially why you should be buying a stock, or why you should be in the market, or not in the market, or shorting.
Invest wisely with the knowledge of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. When you listen to the advice of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com, you'll find investing in the stock market makes sense with the right guidance.
People keep saying to me, boy, things are hard, things are tough. Boy, the market's really screwed up. And I don't agree with them. For us here at Phil's Gang, we make it so it's simple. It doesn't matter if the market's bad or good. We consistently do well because we make it simple. And just like for my listeners on the radio or on the internet or my podcast, we make it simple. We try to break it down so you really understand why the market is going up, or why there's continued inflation, or why the bank rates are going up. So you understand, especially yields. The most important thing to understand how yields work. Just what we do. We work hard at it.
Trusted advice, easy to understand strategies that will make you a better investor. Get all the details at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Want good investing advice from someone you can trust? Listen to Phil Grandy.
With what's going on today in the economy, especially the stock market, it gets really complicated, but it doesn't have to be. My job is to make it simple, to get through the fog. And I think I do that, and I think I do a pretty good job of that, especially why you should be buying a stock, or why you should be in the market, or not in the market, or shorting.
Invest wisely with the knowledge of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Welcome back. Are you a fan of the Phil's Gang radio show? Then you should check out philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Now, remember, the market, after this information this morning on the PPI, which again, the PPI is not important as the CPI. The CPI is what they look at, the Fed looks at to make a decision whether they're going to raise rates or not. The PPI, our wholesale numbers, is our farmers raising the cost of, say, vegetables to your local grocery store. And there's your local grocery store. Well, basically, that's all it is. Okay, wholesale prices, are they going up? But the important one was yesterday, the CPI. And it was amazing how we had that 350-point rally when it first came out. Boom! Straight up. Because inflation dropped from 5.3% in May to June of 4.8. Well, nobody was thinking. That's bad news, not good news. Bad news, like I told you yesterday. When you have, there's a big difference between deflation and reduction of inflation. When your prices deflate instead of inflate, when they deflate, you're in deep trouble. There's all kinds of consequences. Deflation means people have no money to buy anything from you. It means the economy, when you have prices going down, that means you have wages going down. That means you're getting people fired. They're getting laid off. There is no good news yesterday. And that's why we went from 350 and they took away about 280. We ended up at the end of the day, instead of up 350, up 85. The only action today is right back to the same stocks we've been in since January, February, March. The same 7 stocks. They're going to keep rigging the tech stocks up. And how are they doing that? Especially going to earnings season. I always tell my members, make sure that you're either in the Qs or you're in the S&P when earnings season starts. Because they're going to take those same 7 stocks and rally them. And how do they do that? Well, they do that by rigging the yield curve. Now, the yield curve, when you can get more money on your 2-year treasury, when you loan the government, they'll give you more interest on 2 years than they give you on 10 years. That's bad. That means something's really bad. Why would they give you more interest on 2 years than on 10 years if things were good? If things were good, they'd give you more interest on the 10-year, not the 2-year. But that tells you right there, that's inverted. Something's wrong. That means you're going to go into a recession, or you're already in a recession, but nobody wants to admit it. Yield curves are a terrible thing, because that means you go from inflation to deflation. And when you can't, and that really kills consumer confidence, so they're not buying stuff. And things just get worse and worse and worse. But yesterday they were celebrating it. They didn't celebrate it too long. So as I said yesterday, let's think about it. When they came out with that 5.3 to 4.8, boy, the fake business network, they were going nuts, celebrating. I think CNBC was going to have a party that night and have a band on Fifth Avenue. I mean, just stupid. And what I loved is when you go and start breaking it down, you start looking like at car insurance, right? No wonder the middle class is getting crushed. The middle class in this country is done. They kill them. Can you imagine insurance up 16, almost 17% year over year? How can you pay that? You can't. And I said, everything we look at, wages, when Biden took over, he had a terrific economy. But he lies and says, no, it was a bad economy. No, he made it bad on purpose. The minute he decided, the first day in office, he turned around and said, no, I'm going to put us back on being dependent on getting our oil from OPEC, from Russia, from Iran. Unbelievable. So we found out also in that report that 72,700 families are homeless since January 1st. Since January 1st. That's a massive 37% from January 2022. What are you, nuts? We also, going through the report, global debt. Global debt. You got to look at global. You just can't sit here and look at our 32 trillion. You got to look at the global debt, because the global debt, everybody is in worse shape than we are, or as bad, and that means the whole global economy is not spending. And why do you think China is taking down our market and taking down our whole economy? China is everything. The way China goes, the whole world economy goes. Everybody sells their materials and coal and everything to China, but they don't need it. They're in deep trouble. They're in deep trouble. They kept their economy closed for too long. So, again, it was just interesting yesterday how they rallied the market 350, and then bang, it dropped back 265 points. Then it closed up just 85 points. Because somebody came to their senses. They said, well, this isn't good. This isn't good. We are in the process right now. We're in the middle of the largest economic downturn since 2009. This is worse than 2009. And remember, in this downturn that we are in, remember what we're experiencing. Credit is tightening. That's going to hurt even more. See, the way we keep our economy going is keep that money out there. Banks keep loaning. When banks loan, that money supply is out there and things are good. But they're now tightening. They're not going to loan. They're not loaning. And here's what nobody's talking about. Student loans. Nobody's talking about this. Do you understand what's going to happen here? I think the number was like $30 billion, some crazy number. But starting in October, you got to start paying your student loan again. That's about $400 a month. That takes out of the economy, I don't know, it's like, let's say $30 billion. That's going to really hurt the economy. So what do? I'll tell you when we get back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
You can be a successful investor in the stock market by knowing what the market is going to do.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. God, you go nuts listening to these shows on TV, Kramer, any of them. I mean, they're giving you total garbage. Garbage in, garbage out. One day they tell you, buy this stock. Next day, don't buy this stock. Then you have two people on the show, one guy saying buy it, the other guy says don't buy it. So the question is, what the hell do you do? Well, we don't have questions here at Phil's Gang. And they never have to ask the question, what do you think the market's going to do? My members always know what the market's going to do because they've learned how to follow the money. That's right, follow the money. You don't follow fundamentals, you follow the money. And what is that? That's volume. That's the buyers and the sellers. And the other thing, you got to learn how to sell a stock as well as buy a stock.
Follow the money. Follow Phil Grandy.
Check it out, philsgang.com. Go to my podcast, YouTube, and Rumble every day. That's philsgang.com.
Phil Grandy has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. That's right, philsgang.com. Join my gang for 10 days. It's free. If anything, during that 10-day period, you're going to learn how the market really works. You're going to find information that you never had before. You're going to walk away and go, I didn't know that. So join my gang for 10 days free, philsgang.com. And you're also going to learn how to make money when the market goes down. It's kind of silly just sitting there when the market going down, hoping. Why hope when you can sell short and make money? Either way, you make money when the market goes up, you make money when the market goes down. That's the benefit of Phil's Gang. You make money.
Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level.
philsgang.com. Sign up free for 10 days.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
What, are you nuts? Coffee's up 92%, lumber's up 67%, heating oil, 60%, gasoline 55%. I understand why you guys are telling me to raise my rates here at Phil's Gang, but we haven't raised our rates since 2001. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I'm not going to raise my rates. Our membership's been $39.95 since 2001, and for a good reason. So that you have enough room that when you do make money here at Phil's Gang, and you will, because you're going to learn how to short stocks, that there's enough room to send some money to St. Jude. That's why we never raised our price. And that's why we give you good value. So, you want to continue with good value, good information, be on the right side of the market? Join my gang, philsgang.com, where the price has not moved, where we fight inflation. philsgang.com. What, are you nuts? If the stock market can make you so rich, especially Apple and Microsoft and Google and Amazon and the rest, why are so many Americans poor? If the 401k promises you a retirement, then why is it we are in a retirement crisis? Here's the answer. Because 85% of you get out of the market too late. I fixed that with my color-coded chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out. That's right, when to run like hell. Check it out. You get a free membership and the free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, philsgang.com. What, are you nuts? Coffee's up 92%, lumber's up 67%, heating oil, 60%, gasoline 55%. I understand why you guys are telling me to raise my rates here at Phil's Gang, but we haven't raised our rates since 2001. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I'm not going to raise my rates. Our membership's been $39.95 since 2001, and for a good reason. So that you have enough room that when you do make money here at Phil's Gang, and you will, because you're going to learn how to short stocks, that there's enough room to send some money to St. Jude. That's why we never raised our price. And that's why we give you good value. So, you want to continue with good value, good information, be on the right side of the market? Join my gang, philsgang.com, where the price has not moved, where we fight inflation. philsgang.com.
Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Come September 1, of the 152 million Americans that work, 40 million have student loans, and they have to restart their student loan payments for the first time since March of 2020. So it will be, come September 1, 3.5 years that 40 million Americans of the 152 million working Americans now have to make good on student loan payments. And that is going to come right out of their spending patterns as they have to service this debt. And that equals about $100 billion of consumption a year.
Wow. I said 30 billion, 100 billion. And very few people are talking about this. Fake Business News Network's not going to talk about it. They don't want you to know this stuff. So that's why I had a laugh yesterday when I saw these numbers. Everybody was celebrating. Oh, we're on our way. No more rate hikes. Well, let me tell you what they were celebrating yesterday. They were celebrating yesterday personal bankruptcies up 23% in the first 6 months of 2023. That's what they're celebrating. When you saw the market go up, that's what they're basically celebrating. Were they nuts? Chapter 11 bankruptcies, first 6 months of this year, 63% from 2022. 63%. Small businesses, the backbone of our country. I'm not talking about the big guys. I'm not talking public companies. Small businesses. bankruptcy increased 111% from 2022 to 2023. And commercial bankruptcies, this is the big one, up 80%. And they just started. There's $375 billion due in the next 90 days. And most of those people that own shopping centers and commercial buildings, and they're just walking away. That hasn't even hit this market yet. But what do? You should always be in a position, it doesn't matter what's going on with the economy, you keep going on your way making money. And you can. But if you keep tying your investing to fundamentals, you got to be out of your mind. To 401ks, you got to be out of your mind. If you keep tying your investments to trailing PE, forward PE, price to book, price to sales, free cash flow, you're going to go broke. Those days are over. You got to follow, where are the institutions going? Where are they putting their money? So give you an example. And the thing is, not only do you need to learn how to rotate, you got to learn how to sell short. And it doesn't matter what happens in the economy. You're going to make money constantly. And we'll prove it to you in 10 days. And it's free. We don't even charge you, for God's sakes. But here, I'll give you an example. Let's take when the tech stocks were collapsing. They dropped. Remember 2020? How everything just collapsed? And we were shorting. Remember, we were shorting all these tech stocks when they were collapsing 38%. Making money on the way down. See, that's the first thing you got to understand. If you don't know how to make money when a stock is going down, and you're sitting there you're limiting yourself to making money only if a stock can rally, are you nuts? It's easier to go short. It's easier to make money on stocks going down because they go down much faster than they go up. But people are scared to death to short. And they made you that way on purpose. Wall Street said, let's make sure that they don't short, because that's our side of the business. We're going to short them. We're going to screw the people we sell stock to. We're going to short them. We're going to tell them, hey, buy this stock. Buy Joe Suckface Incorporated. It's a great stock. They're opening up new centers all over the world. Buy it. It's a good deal. And then when you buy it, they turn around and sell it short. You didn't know that, did you? So, not only do you need to learn short, you need to rotate. You always got to be in the stocks before they go up and before they go down. So let's talk about what happened. So, tech stocks in 2020 dropped 38%. We were shorting them. But let's put that even aside. If we weren't shorting them, our members would be sitting there waiting for those stocks to cover their short positions. Because when you short a stock and you say, I bet that stock's going to go from $100 down to $50, and when it goes from $100 down to $50, you have to then go in and buy the stock. That's what pushes it up. That's called a short covering rally. That's why it's so much fun to do it. So if you get in first, you got to catch the short covering rally first. You got to catch that first 15%. So in other words, the way a stock market works, if you have a stock that's at 100 and the stock goes down to 50, and so they short it from 100 to 50, we have what we call the 50% rule. So if you take from the low of 50 up to 100, okay, and that you take the halfway mark, right? That's called a 50% rule. So everybody who shorted a stock at 100, say it's going to go down to 50, they have to buy that stock. And that means that stock automatically is going to go up halfway. So if the stock went from 100 to 50, it's automatically going to go up halfway. It has to. Because the people who sold it short, they just borrowed the stock. They just borrowed it. They said to the guy, hey, I think the market's going to go down. Will you lend me your stock? The guy says, sure, because he thinks you're an idiot. It's not going to go down. It's going to go higher. So he's more than willing to lend you the stock because he thinks you're going to lose. But when you're right and it goes down, then he's screwed and you make money. But remember, when it drops from 100 down to 50, it's going to go up half of that drop automatically because everybody who shorted, they don't make. If I made $5,000 shorting that, I can't get my $5,000 check until I buy the stock. So think of it as like you had an option on the stock. So now it went from 100 down to 50. Now you got to buy it. And you made the money from that 100 to 50, and you got to buy it. So when that stock starts going up, that's where you get in. And I and my gang and Willie, we designed a chart with the algorithms to follow the money, not the BS, not this crap you hear from them every day, but to follow the money. And as soon as you saw that the money was, the institutions who sold it short have to come in and start buying, you see the money going in, it turns from red to green. Gives us a signal. That's how, and you have to catch these first before anybody else. And then you get that big kick on the way up. It goes, bam, it's like a rocket ship. It goes up. That 50%. That 50%. You got to catch it. But 90% of the people don't do that. What they do is when a stock goes from 100 down to 50, then it goes back halfway up, then they buy it. Then they buy it. It's crazy. So again, shorting is so easy, and once you learn how to short, God, what a difference it makes. Because then you don't care what games anybody's playing. You don't care that they have created on purpose for the 10-year treasury to be less interest, in the 2-year more interest, which they call inverting it. They inverted it on purpose because when you invert, a rally will occur, especially in the Wilshire 5000 stocks. You'll see the rallies always occur, even though the inversion tells you there's going to be a recession. I mean, but the recession doesn't come right in. Doesn't come right in. What you get first will be a rally. So all these stocks that went down, you go in, you buy those stocks. That's called rotating. And I'll tell you what you do next when I get back. Join my gang, philsgang.com, free for 10 days.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Why are investors listening to Phil Grandy of philsgang.com?
You know why people listen to my show? Because I make it simple. When you talk about the stock market, they make it so complicated. I make it easy to understand. For the average investor, the Main Street investor, most of the time, these guys, like they're talking to each other. We talk directly to you and we listen to you.
Invest better with the sound advice of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com.
Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. You know, over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. You know, I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. And Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Are you a stock market investor without all the information?
What are you, nuts? Market's going up, market's going down. We're getting all this bad information.
How do you invest intelligently? Phil Grandy can show you.
If you want real information and you really want to know what the market's going to do and you want the truth, go to my site, philsgang.com, and also listen to me on my radio show every weekday at 3 o'clock Eastern.
Phil's got the answers at philsgang.com.
That's philsgang.com, where you get the truth and you get the information you need about the market.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Hey, good afternoon, gang. It's Steve Celeste here with philsgang.com. Just wanted to tell you how to get engaged with Phil's Gang and how to become part of the Phil's Gang membership or how to try us for 10 days free. Simply go to philsgang.com. That's www.philsgang.com and click on Get Started at the top of the website. Click on the big red banner that says Working Investor 10-day free trial, and that's all you got to do. And hey, while you're at the website, why not stop by our gift shop, see if there's something in there for you or for somebody you know. All right, thanks, and back to you, Phil.
Okay, Steve, when you join the gang for 10 days, you'll get to know Steve and Willie, and you really get great value. And first of all, 10 days it's free, but when you remember, if you stay with us, every morning I do a coffee talk real early in the morning, and we post it by 8:30. So I'm here about 4 in the morning, and I organize my coffee talk. Then we have it posted by 8:30, okay? And so then you at least know starting the day what you can expect in the market, okay? And we're pretty right. And then after that, when 9:30 opens up, you come to my class first, and I do my thing where I introduce you to the market, showing you how the market works, the way it works. 99% of people who invest in a stock have no clue how it works. Like, for example, when they have rigged, like take again today, what's leading the market today? The same tech stocks. Same tech stocks we've been in since January, February, March. They're the only things leading the market again today. Why? What'd they do? Well, when 60% of the tech stocks that are pushing this market up today aren't making money, there's no earnings. Think about it. So you got these tech stocks pushing the market up today, and 60% of the tech stocks that are going up today have terrible earnings. They have zero earnings, lousy earnings. Can you imagine that? So how do they make that work? Well, they make sure they inverted the yield curve between the 10-year and the 2-year. So you take the 10-year Treasury, they offer you less money on the 10-year Treasury, more money on the 2-year Treasury. That's an inversion. Now that tells you a recession is coming, and it always does. But it's delayed. It takes a long time. It's delayed because remember, every time they raise an interest rate, it takes 12 to 18 months before it affects the stock market. So what happens is when they do an inversion of the yield curve, it creates a rally. Yeah, it creates a rally, okay? It's a big sucker's play. But you can make quite a bit of money. Give you an example. And then you got to know how to rotate. So when the market went down, the tech stocks went down 38% during 2020. So we went in and we bought the big tech stocks. Now, Meta was one of them. So from January to where we are today, that stock is up 170%. Now, I'm not saying every gang member made 170%. Okay, I'm not saying that at all. But if they followed us and did exactly what we told them to do, okay, they'd be in that stock and they would have a good chunk of that. And remember, that was just one of them. There was 7 of them. And then as they started to peak and everybody started to buy them at the very end, you get people coming and buying them right at the very end, which is crazy. We take our profits, not all of them, but take some of our profits and then we rotate it to stocks that nobody wanted. Nobody wanted the cruise lines. Nobody wanted the airlines. That's when you have to buy them. But you got to know when is the money, the big money, institutional money, when are they going in so we can follow them. Your chart won't tell you that. We designed our chart to tell you that. So we bought the cruise lines and the airlines, and those dropped 70%. And then when everybody started to buy them after they're up 70%, we took profits, didn't get out of them totally, but took profits. And then we turned around and I said, let's go and rotate into oil stocks. And we did. We started to buy oil stocks. We bought Schlumberger. It's up 21%. Now, as everybody's now buying Schlumberger now, after it's already gone up, we take money again, and we started to rotate just recently, a couple of days ago, into mining stocks. So if you know how to sell short, and you know how to rotate, which is easy, if you're a gang member, we tell you. You don't do anything. We just follow what we do, and when we tell you to do something, rotate out of tech, and go into the oils or go into the leisures. If you just follow our instructions, for God's sake, you'll do well. So it's not hard. So if you know how to sell short, you know how to rotate, then you don't care what these guys are doing. And think what Biden did to screw this whole deal up. When he became president, the day he walked in the Oval Office, and he saw that Trump had the economy growing over 6%. This is after the pandemic. 6%. And inflation was only at 1.4%. He said, I'm going to fix him. I'm going to tell everybody that he ruined the economy. He ruined the economy. And this is what he did.
Taking blame for inflation? No.
Why not?
Because it was already there when I got here, man. Remember what the economy was like when I got here? Jobs were hemorrhaging.
What a liar. What a liar. Are you kidding? That's not the truth. When the day he walked in the Oval Office, we had great jobs. We had very little inflation. We had great economic growth. Look where we are now. Are you kidding me? So he did that he made up a story. He created a fake narrative, and then he made sure that fake narrative was true, and he imploded our whole economy by the first thing he did is he made sure that we're no longer independent, energy independent, and you know the rest of the story. But does it matter to us? No, because when the market started to collapse, what do? We sold it short. That was all the tech stocks. They were the first ones to drop. And then we went in and we bought those at the bottom. After we shorted them, we bought them. We did the same thing with the leisure stocks. We shorted them. Then we turned around and bought them. So again, the 50% rule always will work for you. So anytime that if you have a stock at 100 and it drops down to $50, it starts going up, called short covering. It's going to go from $50 to $75. That's called the 50% rule. It's going to. It has no choice. Because the people like us who shorted from 100 bet it was going to go to 50, and we are correct. We have to buy that stock. So that's the beautiful thing. You can go in and do what we call short covering. You start buying that stock when nobody else is buying. That's how you make money in this business. Think about it. You're buying a stock that has no choice but to go up. But there's no guarantee after it moves up 50%. After it hits $75, there's no guarantee it's going to go beyond that. Because you got a combination, remember, of the shorts covering and new money. And that's why the 50% rule is so powerful. These are the things you're going to learn, and you got the best charts. They're color-coded to tell you when to buy, when to sell. And once you understand how the market works, just like I told you now, the only reason why the tech stocks keep going up, why we don't have a crash right now, because they've engineered the market, the 10-year Treasury, to be low, and they give you less interest on the 10-year Treasury, more interest on the 2-year Treasury. That's called an inversion, and inversion tells you you're going to have a big recession, but it's delayed for like a year to 18 months. But in the meantime, it will rally the market. That move will rally the market while you're waiting for that recession to come in. And that's why we had the big numbers in Meta and all the other tech stocks up about 170%. And then we had all the big numbers in our leisures up 69%, our oils up 21%, and we only been in our gold for about a week. They're up 12%. But you're going to be in those stocks when nobody else is in them. You got to get in there first. So join our gang. It's fun. And all I ask, if you don't stay with us after 10 days, then you're making money with our education. Just remember St. Jude once in a while. That's all. Look, the market is the best place in the world to make money. You'll never make money in real estate or anything else, not even diamonds, like you can in the stock market. But you've got to know how it works. And that's our job here, show you how it works so you understand it. It's not finding a hot stock in Jim Brain or somebody.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's up to